Welcome everyone to a video that is kind of a combination. Well, it is a combination, it's not kind of. 31 days of cut files this whole first week. Janet and MK are having you focus on Confessions of a Paper Addict cut files, and they're all stitching cut files. Fun, right? And if you did not buy the kit, you don't have to. You can play along with whatever cut files you want. Or you can go see if there's any kits left in her shop. Or you can, I think you can buy the digital kit, don't quote me, I have no clue. But that's available too. It's also Tuesdays in the Attic. There are tons of cuts for this one. Let me see if I can find it here in a second. We need a 12 by 5, a 5 and 3 1/4, a 4 by 3 1/4, a 1 and 3 by 3 1/4 by 12 and a half, or 2 1/2. 10 1/2 by half, a 5 by half, a 3 by 2 1/2, a 1/2 by 2 1/2, and 2 2 by 3s. There's lots. There's lots. I was just looking to see what my mat is. So a lot of little pieces, which is fine. A lot of skinny pieces. So this does not count for any of it. I was like, does my photo mat that I already have done count for any of them? And no, it does not. So I'm going to go ahead and mat this other photo then in the same. But we have this lovely star cut file, and I have leftovers of this kit. What kit is this? Is this Round Trip by Maggie Holmes? Yes, I think so. Yep. Which is, there's not a lot left, but I mean, a lot of the cuts are tiny, so maybe I can get some of that out of here. Probably. Oh yes, maybe. Yeah, I probably can get a bunch of those cuts out of these papers. There's lots of little pieces everywhere. But what I did is I took some blue kind of aqua, really going for this, and I did some chain stitching around the edge. And I'm going to leave this cut file white. I'm not going to do anything else with it. What's fun is a lot of times when you have cut files like this, you also get a little star that comes up the center. So I can use this now, or I can use this later. That's fun. So I'm going to set that aside. I don't know what I want to do with that yet. I have to figure out all these cuts for the Tuesdays in the Attic, but I wanted to show you my gorgeous cut file that has been stitched in a chain stitch. I don't do fancy stitches often because they take a lot of time, but I took all of July to do this. It did not take me all of July to actually do this, but I gave myself that much time. And you'd think I would have had this layout done by now, but no, I don't. Things happen, and I have other things that need to get done. But at least I got all my stitching done. I'm pretty proud of that. And I got next week's cut files cut, just not backed yet. So, you know, baby steps. But I don't think the layouts will take that much to create. I have to just find photos for most of them. But anywho, stitched cut file, I just did that. I'm keeping it simple because I have tons of cuts and they're all going to be pretty small. I'm thinking about doing like a patchwork something or other behind this so this really pops out because I'm keeping it white with blue. And then I've got these two photos of my son and a neighbor boy hanging out. So that is where we're at. So I'm going to get matting. I'm going to see if I can figure out all my cuts. I will show them all to you before I get gluing of anything. But that is where we're at. This is the stage we're at. I don't know what else to tell you. That's what we're doing. So stay tuned. I'll be back. Okay, so I've got all my papers. So this is a paper actually from Amy Tan. It was a fall line a while ago. I don't remember what it's called. But it's my 12 by 5. Got that out. This is just, I've kind of lightly glued these together. I have foam behind my photo so it pops up over the stitching. So I've got those set. This is from just a like wood grain distress paper pad. I don't necessarily need that, but I wanted something that wasn't stark white so that if my star needed to stand out more, it would. And then these are all the pieces. So far, I've kind of just slid them in behind, and I think we'll either ink them, distress them, maybe a little bit of both. and tuck in some other scraps to fill in some of the gaps. So I'm going to need just a small chunk there, a small chunk there, and maybe a small chunk there. So I think I'm going to use some of this and find some other pieces, but we're going to, yeah, get this done. Yeah. Something like that. Perfect. Yeah, I think we're gonna ink up all the edges to make them pop a little bit more, maybe even the star. I think we'll go with an aqua color. I think that would be a great idea. Okay, I've got it down. I inked it all up with, yeah, broken china. Glued it all down. And I'm really liking that. It's how it's like a pieced together background, and I just added a couple other tiny pieces to fill some gaps. Otherwise, there it is. So I don't think I'm going to use the embellishments that came with because they're very girly and travel-y. I do have some sister trip that we just took, and actually these would be perfect for that. So I'm gonna save that because there are a few papers left too. So I think I'm gonna do that in a small album. I'm trying to decide, but I think we'll try to use some of those. So I want to find, I thought about using this washi too, but I don't know. If I just want to do like a spot like that, because then I've got a spot to, I could journal on the washi, which is an interesting idea, and that's kind of my journaling spot. And I think this washi will stay down. I kind of want to add glue to it though, just in case. I don't know if it'll come up now. This is actually some decent washi. Decent washi. I could always add some glue if it comes up, I should say. So I think I'm going to journal on that. So I need a title and some embellishments. I'm going to go looking in my Elle Studio stash because it doesn't fail me hardly ever. And I've got a lot of it. I have a lot of phrase thickers too, so I'm going to go rummage through that. I do have, or title thickers too. I do have these phrase thickers I also can use on these tiny gold alphas, but I haven't put any gold on here yet. I'm just reading this. They're hard to read because of the glare, but yeah, I don't know if I'll use any of them. But I will. I should document my sister and my trip. That would be perfect. Okay. Let me go look. It didn't take long. I grabbed this thicker set, Home Sweet Home. This was is this a Jen Hatfield collection? I feel like yes. Maybe. And grabbed this One Fine Day puffy. That works. I found these. I think I need these ones mostly. This color. And maybe the dark ones. Yeah. And let's see, what else do I want to do? I want this up here, but I want... Okay, stay. Ooh, that is hard to read. There we go. I think we'll add some of these sparkly effervescent as well. They're just clear, but I love them. We're going to add one or two to these little journaling spots, or these little clusters of stars. And now we journal, and I think that's all I'm gonna do. Keeping it simple. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.